Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. So I want to start off with talking about why am I here, what's going on, answer some questions, and just talk about what this channel will be about. Now, a lot of y'all are here from Instagram, and I wasn't expecting to make my second YouTube video about my son, but that's okay. We're here. So I'm gonna talk about everything, cover everything with y'all because y'all have gotten real reckless and it's crazy. So I'm gonna start with the question, why am I telling my business on social media? So my name is Empress Shanique. I started this journey back in 2022 on accident. So on TikTok, because I saw someone say, you have only 1,400 followers on Instagram and 25 subscribers on YouTube. You have no platform. And I also know that for the majority, y'all don't read. Y'all take stuff and y'all run with it. Social media is so dangerous because y'all create any story, any narrative that y'all want. And then the rest of y'all like follow the leaders. Like the rest of y'all will just be like, yeah, that's what she did. And don't even know. Like it's hilarious to me. Anyway, that's what I was saying. I started this journey in 2022 when my baby girl went viral on TikTok for throwing items. We were at the store. She was just throwing toys and stuff in the buggy. And that video did 1 million views. And then from there, I've had several videos, 2 million views, 1 million views, 100,000, whatever, on TikTok. That's the platform that I was referring to. So I do apologize for the, miscommunication or, misunderstanding that you got. Instagram is new to me sharing my life. I decided to come on Instagram and kind of do it like TikTok, but I see that Instagram is different. Y'all were left behind. That's what it looked like. That's what it's giving. Y'all were left behind. So yeah, anyway, from there I started sharing my life. I've been someone that had been quiet about past trauma, childhood trauma, and suppressed a lot of things that I dealt with growing up. So with going through things with my children, my own experiences, my life, I started sharing on TikTok, and I've been helping people. So why am I sharing my life? Why am I putting my business out there? Doing that not only heals me, but helps so many people. I've had so many people reach out to me like, thank you for giving me the courage. I even tell my business, you put your business out here and then now you get all this criticism and stuff and now you want to be upset. No. I want y'all to know that I don't care. I don't take anything personal. For the majority, I've just been laughing. Now the other slight, maybe like 15% is really sad. Like I feel sorry for a lot of y'all. I really do. It's really sad. But anyway, so I've been able to help so many people. I talk about things that people are scared to talk about. I put things out there that people feel that they've been the only ones that went through it, or they don't have anybody to relate to them and things like that. I love helping people. So sharing my life help others and helps me as well. So that's why I do it. This is a place of healing. Now, it may not be your cup of tea. That is fine. Where the people that it resonates with, that's who I'm talking to. That's who I'm reaching. The ones that don't, y'all can go about your business. On TikTok, I'll tell people, if you don't like it, scroll. If you don't want to see me pop up on your feed, that's Instagram, or on your For You page on TikTok, block me. That's it. That's all you have to do. Just block me. So I'm going to get into, some of the comments as well, and then we'll talk about why I decided to not have a relationship with my son. Okay, so I seen somebody say, why did you kick your son out? I didn't kick my son out. Where did I state that I kicked my son out? Like, it's stuff like that. I'm just like, What are y'all talking about? I posted a video that was under a minute long stating my son popped up. I was shocked that my son popped up. And it's real funny because if you look at my TikTok versus Instagram, everybody on TikTok know what's going on. But everybody on Instagram is just assuming. They're like, I'm confused. And then y'all just make your own narrative and run with it. Like what are y'all talking about? I didn't kick my son out. Somebody said no matter what my child did, I could never not talk to my child. This is the thing. Y'all will sit here and because it's a family member, y'all will sit there and state, oh, there's no boundaries when it comes to children. It's no boundaries when it comes to family members. And they be the ones that's going to hurt you before a stranger. Like, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. What I will tell y'all is I took so many years to heal and get to the place where I'm at now that it doesn't matter what the fuck y'all say about me. It doesn't matter what y'all think of me. I don't give a fuck. I know who I am. I really don't care. When it comes to boundaries, you need to set boundaries with people that are closest to you. You need to. You have to. You must. That's what I do, and that's what I'm going to do. So setting boundaries with my son, I had to do that. I had to do that. I won't take that back. I won't change that. That's just what that is. Yeah, I choose not to talk to him, and I'll get into that and why. Now, somebody said I pulled a gun on my son. When did y'all see? Like, what? Are y'all okay? Are y'all okay? Because where did you see me pull a gun out at? I pulled a gun out on my son? Like, what? What are y'all talking about? When my son was like, oh, no beef, he had been beefing with me. It started on TikTok. And when I started releasing documents and receipts because I'm Miss Receipt Queen, he started reporting my stuff and got my original TikTok banned. So when he popped up at my house, I pulled my phone out. We'll get into it. I pulled my phone out and he's like, whoa, 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 I don't want no problems. That's what he was talking about. I would never pull a firearm on my child. Like, are y'all okay? Somebody else says his issues is your problem. You're the one that had him. I agree. I absolutely agree. I do. I agree. I have no rebuttal for that. I do agree. If you didn't want kids, you shouldn't have had him. Well, the crazy thing is, I got pregnant with my son at 15 years old on purpose. I actually wanted him. I felt that if I had a child at that age, I would have something and someone that would love me forever, regardless of anything. So, I mean, I don't know why I would state that I didn't want him when I did want him and I purposely got pregnant with him to have him, you know? So I don't know. I don't know what y'all talking about. Maybe you should have healed before you had kids. Oh, the thing about it is, when you have been through just a snippet of the trauma that I've been through my life, you don't know that you need to heal or something's wrong. As time goes by, as you experience different things in life, you have different interactions with people and just situations will lead you to, yeah, there's something going on. There's something. I started having children at a young age, 16 years old. My older two kids. I had two kids by the time I was 19. So I was just lost as a child. No, I wouldn't have thought like, oh, I need to heal like before having kids. No, majority of us don't. There's a lot of people still lost, damaged, projecting. A lot of y'all are on my video projecting, the shitty ass life that y'all had or parents and situations and what y'all would do and what y'all won't do. I don't follow societal norms and what y'all deem as normal or what to do. I follow my own rules. I do my own shit. I do my own shit. But yeah, no, I'm actually grateful for my journey and the things that I've been through, because it's made me the amazing woman that I am today. It's made me the woman that can sit on here and have thousands of people criticize me and ridicule me and not give a fuck about it at all. Y'all can't do anything to me. Like, and as one person said, I only got, 1,400 followers on Instagram. What, are y'all gonna cancel me? Give a fuck about that. I started this, and I started my YouTube because I love helping people. I want to be the example of what to do, and I want to be the example of what not to do. I want people to heal, actually heal, and I want to make this healing journey for whomever easier, because I didn't have all the tools and the resources, and I didn't have the guidance, I didn't have the support when I started my healing journey. I've been through a lot in life. So let's get into why I decided to be a deadbeat mom, is what y'all calling me and stating on social media. Now, before y'all get into like, oh, you're taking too long, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. I am not a good storyteller at all. So this is all new to me. I'm used to like basically having conversations with my supporters and my followers. And as y'all can see with my little 25 subscribers on YouTube, like YouTube is new. And so the journey with my son has been a long, hard journey. Me deciding to not have a relationship with him was not an easy decision, but it was one that I had to and I needed to make. Jeremiah has put me in situations where it was life-threatening. It was life-threatening. I shared my entire journey, like I said, on my platform, TikTok, and the videos, and like basically like real time. And I don't know how to give that to y'all here. So I'll just give y'all like a summary and maybe add a few things in so that y'all can get a better understanding. So Jeremiah is the oldest of 6 children. I only birthed 5. Jeremiah struggled with a lot of mental issues. It's not his fault at all. You know, I didn't know what I was doing. I was a child when I had him. And throughout the years, I did everything that I could do to get him the help that he needed. Therapy, just a lot of professionals failed when it came to my son. He's a young black boy. They don't care about us anyway. So I struggled by myself to get my son the help that he needed. I knew there was an issue at a young age, but the resources, the tools, it was limited. And I did the best that I could do. Fast forward to finally getting Jeremiah diagnosed. Jeremiah has ADHD, ODD, autism, depression, anxiety. The list goes on. I've had him on medication, and I don't believe in medication now. Holistic. I believe in natural remedies. And so as I healed from my past trauma and learned certain things, I did the same thing with my children. But Jeremiah got to an age where he just didn't care about anything. He just was just angry. And I come from a very hostile, abusive environment. Me and Jeremiah grew together. So the things that I experienced, the trauma that I experienced, Jeremiah experienced the same trauma. So in no way will I ever blame Jeremiah for the decisions he's made, because it's deeply rooted in trauma. But you can't force anybody to do something they don't want to do. You can't force anybody to be better if they don't want to be better. So everything that I was doing for Jeremiah to be a better person, to be a healthy, young adult, he'll be an adult, in a couple years, he refused it. He refused it. And so Jeremiah started getting into a lot of trouble. And I made the decision to, like, I gave him an ultimatum. It's like, either you're going to do right, do what you need to do, or you won't live with me. And he decided not to. He was doing a lot of things that I didn't agree with. And so I was like, well, you can't live with me. So he was living with his grandparents, and this is in 2020. And so with living with his grandparents that are not healthy people, he experienced some trauma. And what I mean by trauma is like they are verbally, emotionally abusive. And so there started to be some conflict with them in 2022, because Jeremiah was wanting to smoke in these people's house. Like, not smoke outside, like he's smoking in the room and they don't agree with that. So my dad is taking doors off, and that triggered me, and he's calling me and he's like, look, and I'm just like, whatever, let me go get my son. Even though he was wrong, let me go get my son, because I don't want him to experience even more trauma, even though he put himself in that situation. So I go get him, and he can't be in my house. He can't be in my house. And so he's here, and I'm like, let's try to figure stuff out. So I'm like, your dad, you want to be with your dad? Go to your dad's house. He didn't want to be at his dad's house because his dad does not have, it's not, I'm not going to bash him or anything, but it's not a good environment. His dad is not a, father, what a father's supposed to be to a son. But I'm like, you have to learn some way. I've raised Jeremiah to be like entitled, so he feels that he is supposed to get certain things regardless of him doing wrong. It doesn't matter, like no consequences. And that's not realistic. That's not real life. Like, it's not real life, especially you being a black man in America. Like, that's not realistic. And so he ended up going to his dad's house. He was there for some months, and then there was a situation that happened at his dad's house. And his dad jumped on him. I don't believe in spanking, so I don't spank my children. I discipline my children in a different way. I educate my kids a lot and talk to them, but I don't believe in you punching. Like, his dad like really jumped on him, like fighting him, and he calls me. And I am somebody, over the years, me and Jeremiah have been through a lot. I am someone that Jeremiah knows, if he calls me, I'm coming. And that has been that was part of like my downfall and me going through a lot of things last year, is because Jeremiah knows regardless of what he do and him being in the wrong, I would come running like Superwoman to save him. And I had to stop. He's not gonna learn. I had to pull away. And so this night when his dad jumped on him, I'm like, for no reason, Jeremiah? And he's like, I didn't do nothing. He just came, he started hitting me, and I can't deal with it. And I'm just like, I know his dad has his ways, but I'm like, I know his dad ain't hit him for no reason. Like, he was wrong for hitting him, but I'm like, I know he ain't jump on him for no reason. Jeremiah would not tell me the truth. And so I started hearing different stories, because Jeremiah would tell one person one thing and tell somebody something different, because Jeremiah lies a lot. But I know my son, and I know when he be lying, and I knew it was something more to it. So I ended up talking to his dad, and it was a situation with a little girl, and that was at the house. And so I was like, okay, I'm glad I didn't go get him that night. Fast forward to his birthday. I took him. I learned one thing I did. I learned my children's love languages, because I was someone that just like bought things, materialistic things or whatever. In our community, we have an issue with that. And so I learned my children's love language, and Jeremiah's love language is quality time. So instead of for his birthday buying him all this stuff, we spent quality time together. And I took him to different places and did the things that he wanted to do. And as we're walking, we went to Savannah Rapids. We went to Savannah Rapids, and we're walking and we're talking. And at this point, he's just like, he can't be at the house. He can't be with his dad. And I'm like, well, Jeremiah, you don't have any choice. You can't go back to your grandparents' house. They don't want you there. You can't stay at my house. You can't. And I'm like, you're going to be 18 soon. At this time, he was 16. You're going to be 18 soon. It's going to fly by. Don't worry about it. Do what you need to do. And then, you know, I'll help you get your own place. I'll set you up. I'll do everything that I need to do. Well, there is little girls that were staying at this house. And I seen like a lot of y'all will make y'all family members wrongs right. I'm not that person. I don't care who you are. And especially when it comes to a little girl or girls, because of my past trauma, absolutely not. You're not going to tell me certain things and I'm not going to speak about it or do something about it. I'm not that person. I don't care how y'all feel about it. And so he shared some things with me that was not right. And I was not okay with it. So I'm like, what do I do? How do I protect these children, but also get my son the help he needs because he needs help? And so I'm like, well, I can, and Jeremiah has had multiple hospitalizations, just to throw that out there. He's had multiple hospitalizations and he's been in residential facilities and stuff like that. So I'm like, I can get you into an institute or whatever so you can get the help you need, but you can't continue to do this. And he was like, okay, that's cool. That's fine. So I was working on getting him in a good facility because Georgia is limited. Georgia doesn't have the resources that he needs for his specific problem. And so that day it weighed on me very heavy. And I asked my mom, like, what should I do? I don't know this woman. So the dad had a woman staying at his house and she had 2 younger daughters. I didn't know that. I don't have a relationship with his dad. I just thought it was going to be him and his dad. And I let his dad knows, like, he cannot be around younger children. So I don't know why he thought it was okay to have this woman there with her daughters. And so I asked Jeremiah, I was like, do you know when the woman's going to be there? I'll just go there and I'll try to talk to her face to face. And he was like, she's there now. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm thinking as a mother that have 3 girls, I have 3 girls and 2 boys, but 3 girls. As a mother, I'm thinking this woman will understand. But I didn't know what their dad told this woman. I don't even know still to this day, I don't even know who the woman is. I don't know who the woman is. And so I was like, hey, can I talk to you? She already had an attitude. She already was like, bitch, who the fuck you think you is? Like, you know. And so I just was stating to her, like, do you know that the kids cannot be in the house by themselves? Because I was having to go over there and bring food. I'm on FaceTime and I'm seeing Jeremiah is in the house by himself with these little girls. And I was concerned. This woman was like, what are you talking about? They're not at the house by themselves like that. And I'm like, yes, they are. Like, I have been over there plenty of times, y'all. Like I said, on FaceTime, them at the house by themselves. And she was like, basically, why am I questioning anything? I don't live here. I don't pay no bills here. I'm like, your daughter is 12 years old. And let me rewind, y'all. This is how I knew it was something going on. Before my son shared the information he shared with me, and before I found out what was going on at that house, the little girl, mind you, my son was in high school, and this little girl was in middle school. And the little girl's like, yeah, the girls at the middle school trying to fight me because me and Jeremiah friends. Y'all friends? Like, what kind of friends are y'all? And she just in there smile, the whole demeanor. some of y'all been young before, especially if you are a attractive girl, got a shape. Guys always, it didn't matter the age. Guys always tried to talk to me. I never had that problem or whatever. Older guys. And it was disgusting. Right? And we felt, at that young age, we felt like we was doing something because we was talking to an older guy. He got a car. He able to do this and that or whatever. We thought we were doing something. And so I'm listening and I'm watching the little girl's demeanor and I'm just, y'all, it had me like, I was sad. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was so sad. I was so sad. And I'm just like, I'm asking her, but why would they want to fight you? Because y'all friends, if y'all just friends, like, she like, I don't know. Like, all the girls want to talk to him. All the girls want to talk to him, but me and him friends. And I'm just like, please don't tell me this is, like, no. Absolutely not. So, the situation with the woman blew up. It turned into a whole horrible situation, y'all. Horrible situation. She just basically was like, oh no, ain't nothing happened and this, that, and the third. You're lying on your son. And I'm just like, who in their right mind would lie on their child? Like, who would lie? Like, go get your children help. Go find out. Like, at 12 years old, like, I don't know, y'all. I'm not that mother. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm not that mother. It wasn't okay. And so, after that situation, they had called the police. I had a warrant out that I didn't know about, and I was facing up to 40 years in prison behind Jeremiah because I wanted to protect somebody else's child, because I knew my child had a problem. I knew for a fact what my child did and was doing there, and I, as a mother, I just wanted that woman to take her child and protect her child. Both of them. There was a 7-year-old, but it was more of the 12-year-old. I just went into mommy mode, not being mother to my son, but like for the girl, like, I don't know. Hold on, y'all. Anyway, I had to fight that. I was looking at, well, I was charged with 2 aggravated assaults and a firearm charge, and that was thrown out. I beat that. That was thrown out this year, January 2024, behind my son, trying to protect somebody else's children and child. And I see how a lot of y'all, how y'all go so hard. Little Pookie can go kill little Tay-Tay. Y'all be like, free little Pookie, free little Pookie. No, I'm not that person. I don't give a fuck. Like, wrong is wrong, and I will never be okay with that. But we have to go back to like genetics and genes. His dad had no business dealing with me. He's older. His dad has a history of dealing with young girls. His dad went to jail for dealing with young girls. And that's the example I'm telling my son. Me as a child, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know who I was getting involved with because I was a child. Like, that's it. If you want to hold me to that, being a child, I was a very traumatized child, unhealed. Like, I went through a lot of stuff. So I'm giving him the example. I'm like, Jeremiah, you're getting older. These people are not about to play with you. You want to go down the road for messing with little girls and doing things like your dad? Like, do you? Like, the example is in front of you. And my son just wasn't getting it. And so a lot of other things had transpired with, because my son is hurt. He doesn't know how to regulate his emotions. And I've tried to help him and counsel him and do different things. And he just refused. You can't force anybody to be better and do what they need to do. He started using drugs and dabbling in things that I don't agree with. Like, no. As far as why he can't be in my house is because his dad is different than my younger three's dad. So over the years, because my younger three has a good dad, and him and his older sister doesn't, because I had them when I was a teenager. There was a lot of resentment and stuff. And my younger three love him so much, like love him down bad. So there was a situation where I had all 5 kids, and Jeremiah, because him and his sister shares a dad, and then the younger 3 has a different dad, he wanted to do like a war thing, like, oh, us against y'all. And I'm like, no, all of y'all are full siblings. I don't do the half sibling nothing. All of y'all are whole. Y'all gonna love each other. It's not gonna be no fighting. It's not gonna be no abuse. It's not gonna be any of that. And Jeremiah would just be like real hateful, y'all. Like real hateful. And so one day, and you would just have to know the younger 3, and my youngest son, the sweetest. One day we're sitting around, because I would have family meetings with my children. And one day, Jeremiah was like, I'm gonna just be honest with you. I hate y'all. I wouldn't care if y'all died. Y'all can die. Like, he was saying some evil stuff to my babies. And I was just like, my youngest son, y'all, he broke down so bad. He broke down so bad. I had to take him and bring him in my room and calm him down. And I was like, don't receive any of the words that he said and he spoke. Like, just don't even receive it. He's going through some things. It was the hardest thing ever, y'all. I've never seen that type of hurt and pain in a siblings. It was so bad. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It was so bad. And Jeremiah he didn't care. He's just like, I always hated y'all. I hate y'all. I don't care what happened to y'all. And I knew it stemmed from hurt, trauma. I can't change who their daddies is. I can't. I messed up. I owned up to me being a child that just wasn't loved. I wasn't loved, and I thought bringing a child, which is Jeremiah, into the world would give me that love. I messed up. I messed up bad. But because of that, and his, him being violent and stuff, legally, like, I have full custody of him, but legally he can't be at my house. He is a threat to his siblings. So that puts me in a hard place as being a mother, being there for him and then also being there for the other children. So to clarify, Jeremiah just can't. Legally, we have legal stuff going on right now. Y'all doing all this extra stuff. Legally, he can't. He can't. He has to get the help that he needs, but he can't be around his siblings. Now, even with that going on, I still was like, nope, I want my family together. I don't care. It caused my younger 3 children having to be removed from my home and live with their dad because of how hard I was going for Jeremiah. Like, no, like they wanted to paint my son out to be an animal. I know the issues he has, but it's like, it's not his fault. I'm pleading. I'm like, no, all we need to, and facing the 40 years because the situation with a little girl, him and not being able to control his emotions and things like that or whatever. And I'm being pulled all kinds of different ways. What do I do? So I'm still going hard for him. He running away because he's thinking that Child Protective Services is going to come get him. People are after him. He's having panic attacks. He's having breakdowns. I'm having to walk him through. I'm having to console him and do all kinds of breathing. Like, y'all, so much mentally, like so much. Every time him running away, I'm having to find him, y'all. I'm not able to sleep. I'm going through so much mentally because I'm like, my black son out here, they can do anything to him. And these white people don't care. Every time a report, because he ran away like 3 times last year. 3 or 4 times. It was so many. And they're like, oh yeah, we're not going to do a search warrant, just whatever. If he gets into some trouble, that's when we'll find him. They're like, this little black boy, we don't care about him. Like, what? Girl, yeah, but we'll put the report in, you know? And so I went through all of that. Now, fast forward to September of last year. And I'm just giving y'all a summary. It's so much that has happened. I have to do a series on Jeremiah to get into the details And I'm a receipt woman, so I keep receipts. I have no problems with uploading certain things or whatever. That's what I was doing on TikTok. But anyway, he was supposed to be doing his schoolwork and was not doing his schoolwork. That's another thing. He got into a lot of issues in school. So I decided to withdraw him and have him at home and go through a online high school diploma program, which I paid $1,000 something for. And he just refused. He wanted to do what he wanted to do. And I've learned to deal with him a certain way. So if I see that he's getting agitated and he wants to be aggressive or violent, I find a different alternative. And so that day he's like, oh, don't antagonize me. He angry. So I'm like, okay, let me step out of his room. And so he didn't want to do the work. So I cut the Wi-Fi off, y'all. When I cut the Wi-Fi off, he got angry. He left. And what he did was he walked to the police station, went to the police station and told them that he could not be around his siblings, but I have him around his siblings and I'm not supposed to be around his siblings. And so when the police came to my house and he's just sitting in the back of the police car like, yeah, you're about to go down, buddy. And I'm just like, Jeremiah, like, what? The only person that has been in your corner, the only person that has had your back, you're doing this? So I just politely told the police officer, no, he can be here. I just have to be here. My children live with their dad. I can be around my children. And so it didn't go how he wanted to go. But that's how Jeremiah has been able to, that's how he deals with conflict or things not going his way. Like I said, I raised him entitled. So he wants to hurt you because I cut the Wi-Fi off. He's hurt. So now he wants to go low, like to hell. Like he wants me to hurt so bad. That's what he did. It didn't work. So they're like, since he's 16, I gotta give him to you, but he wants to be with his dad. And I said, that's fine. Tell him to call his dad. Because I messed up going to get him from his dad's house because his dad has like black mold. He has rats and roaches and stuff at his house. And Jeremiah was getting sick. Jeremiah has allergies and he has asthma. So I went and got Jeremiah. I have a whole video when I had the police and I was getting Jeremiah's things and stuff like that because my son was sick. Like, y'all, I'm taking him to the doctor, urgent care. He's vomiting. Like, it was bad. I couldn't allow him to continue to live like that. So I dealt with the consequences that came with me having to have him in my home. So now he's telling the police that he wants to be at his daddy's house, how I'm holding him hostage. And I'm just like, okay, like, let him call his dad and go to his dad. Well, he said he doesn't know his dad's number. I said, well, I don't have no contact with his dad because me facing 40 years over trying to save somebody's child and all the lies that his dad told. No, why would I be in contact with somebody that is trying to take, like, my life is over then? Like, I'm taking from my children that need me. Like, no, absolutely not. So, I just politely told him, hey, reach out to your dad, go on social media, reach out to him. If that's where you want to go, you want to go. He's mad. He's going back and forth. Y'all, Jeremiah like square up. He calling me all kind of bitches. And bitch, I bet you won't run them hands. I bet you won't. And he doing all of this and, no, son, I'm not going to run hands. No. I don't put my hands on you. You're not going to put your hands on me. You have to go. You have to go, son. We're not doing this. I've healed so much from a violent, abusive background, household. No, we're not doing that. I don't put my hands on you. You're not going to put your hands on me. So I called the police. They came. They charged him with assault, but they said they can't lock him up. So my best bet is to reach out to his dad, to have his dad come get him. Until then, they told him to stay in his room and for them not to come back. So he went in his room, and then he decided to run away. So this time, for the first time, they brought my black son back. He ran away. They brought him back. And then instead of him running away, this was the daytime. He waited till the nighttime to run away again, to go to the same spot that they found him, and they brought him back. Now, at this point, the police is mad. They're cussing him out. They're telling him that they're sending it over to juvenile, and he's going to be where he deserves. He's going to be locked up and be with other wannabe thugs and this, that, and the third. And all I could do was stand here because I've preached to him for years. That's their agenda. That's what they want for you, son. What are you... So, he finally gets in contact with his dad the next day, the following day. His dad lies. He's like, oh, he's going to come get me. He's going to come get me. He ain't come get him. So, it's getting late. It's the afternoon time. He's able to get this. It's a taxi service to come get him. And so, the lady... she was familiar with him. She took him to work and stuff like that, taking him to some places. And I just told her what happened. And she was like, these boys need their dads. And for me, I just know that his dad is not a positive, he's not a healthy person. And that's all I want for my son to be, is healthy. I want him to heal from the past trauma and become a healthy person so he can grow to be a healthy adult. When he does decide to have a family, he's not passing on generational curses, that trauma. And, that day I just was like, I wish you well, Jeremiah. I love you. I always love you. But I can no longer be there for you. I can't. I serve no purpose to him. I've done so much. I serve no purpose. He doesn't want the help. There's nothing I could do. What am I supposed to do? Sit here and make him kill me? That's what y'all want? No. I love my peace. Like I said on that video, I love my peace. I desire peace. I choose me. I put me first. Absolutely not. I don't care who it is. Anybody that's trying to cause me harm, I gotta let go. And so that day, I chose to let my son go. He has to go through it. He has to deal with life. I told him, life will be your biggest teacher, son. Life is going to show you. And so for 6 months, I didn't talk to my son. No relationship with him, no contact, because he has to feel how it is to not have your biggest supporter, not to have your mom that would drop anything and everything to run to your beck and call. He had to go through it. Like I said, I raised him entitled. He had to go through it. You got your daddy. You got your daddy, folks. Them, you gonna see who I've been to you. We can talk, and be like, I did this, I did that, da, da, da. No. Now I'm not talking about provide a roof. Because a lot of y'all be like, oh, I feed you. I do this. Do you pay any bills? I'm not that parent. What I've done is I've gone to I've done so much. Oh my God. Where do I even start when it comes to the mental health and the resources and y'all, so much. And he just was like, no. So some of his clothes and his things were still here. I decided to meet him in March this year, 2024, to give him his things. And I had a conversation with him, and I'm like, he was so happy to see me. He's never went that long without seeing me or contact, y'all. He was so happy. He was smiling. He was nervous. And I'm like, this is what he needs to see. Because I've been talking to him for years, and it just goes in one ear and out another. Like, girl, whatever. Because you always going to be there. I can do you any kind of way. I can verbally abuse you. I can physically abuse you. And you still going to be there. I'm your son. I can do anything to you. No, absolutely not. I don't play about me. I love me. I love everything about me. No, we're not doing that. And so I gave him his things. We talked. I gave him a hug. He was just standing there waiting, y'all. And he's not an affectionate person. Like, we've done some work, and I hugged him. He hugged me so tight, y'all. He hugged me so tight, and I said, son, I love you. I gave him a lot of kisses. I love you. Remember everything that I taught you. Understand why I can no longer be there for you. And he was like, I understand. He said, I understand. I got it. I know I messed up. He stated he was at a place where he was immature, he said. He didn't realize all that I've done for him or who I was in his life until I removed myself. And sometimes, y'all, you have to do that. It hurt. You're talking about sleepless nights. I'm talking about not eating. Y'all, man, that was the hardest decision I could have made in my life. But I don't regret it. I absolutely don't. He's learning. That's what I need him to do. No matter therapy, no matter how many talks, no matter the things I did, the things I bought, it didn't matter to him. But he's learning. I'm no longer there. He's learning, y'all, and that's what I want for him. I need my son to be healthy. I need him to learn. I need him to heal. That's what I need. And so I told him there was some paperwork at my house. But after I left, because I communicated with him on like a little fake number, because you ain't about to be calling me and wrapping me up in your drama. Like, Jeremiah has had me in some life and death situations, y'all. No. Nope. Call your daddy. Call your daddy. Call your daddy. And so that video, he just popped up. Like, hey, like, Jeremiah, what you doing here? No beef. He seen the phone, because I'm like, no, I'm going to record this because he's like, oh, no, it ain't no beef. He ain't trying to start nothing. That's why he said that, because before he left my house, he was on some fighting stuff, trying to fight me, doing all kinds of stuff, evil stuff. Jeremiah just like, y'all, it's a lot. And so that's why he stated that. And we talked, and he just basically is like, he's out here having to be an adult. He's out here having to feed himself. He's having to pay to wash his clothes. My kids live a life of luxury. Jeremiah ain't have to worry about washing his own clothes. None of that, y'all. So now he's like, dang, I have to work to feed myself. I have to work to go to the laundromat to wash my clothes. That's what I mean by tough love. There was absolutely nothing that I did where he was just like, he get it. And he's not going to stop this violent, abusive, disgusting behavior that he had. Like, he just did not care, y'all. He didn't care. I mean, he done got into it with police officers. Like, no, y'all, no. I need my son. And he just wasn't getting it. So I said, Jeremiah, you did all of this, calling me out my name, trying to fight me, all this stuff to live a life like this. He just put his head down. He was like, I don't know what I was thinking. You got to go through it, son. And so, yes, he does want to have a relationship with me. I love him. I can't. I cannot. I sacrificed so many years pouring into him and his sister, and I neglected my younger three. And what I mean by neglecting is I spent majority of time with him and his sister because of their dad not playing a role in their life like he needed to. But my ex-husband played a good role and was there for my younger three children, where I felt like I could sacrifice that, not being there for them like that to get my older two the help that they need. And absolutely not. So once Jeremiah learns the lesson he needs to learn, and he actually becomes healthy, and he actually heals and get the help he needs, I have no problems with having a relationship with him. You have to talk nice to me. Respect goes both ways. You're not going to be calling me out my name and trying to hit me because you don't know how to regulate your emotions. You're not going to do that. You're not. But when he turns 18, I will take him to do what he needs to do, set him up, and, to be of age. I set that foundation for my children as far as like they won't struggle, but there's life lessons that Jeremiah has to learn through life. Talking to him doesn't work. So That's pretty much it. I will do a series on him to get into like details of other things and events and things that happen. And yeah, y'all. So hopefully that gave y'all clarity of me being this deadbeat mom. I love the title because I'm an amazing mom. My children love me to life. Jeremiah loved me so much. and it hurts him, but he has to go through it, y'all. He just has to. In life, your actions have consequences, and these are the consequences for all the stuff that he did. Just like with me, my actions had consequences. The things I did, I had to deal with the consequence. So he's good. He's good. He's just not living a life like he was living, but he got a roof over his head. He's not homeless. I seen somebody like, why would you have your son on the street? He's not homeless. I don't know if he's still like doing drugs and stuff like that or whatever. He looked good when I seen him. He's eating, he's working, he got money, you know. I can't be the super mom that I was. I can't be the superhero in his story no more, you know. But I do have faith that things will change later on, and my family will be healthy, and he can share his life and the mistakes he made to help other people and stuff like I'm doing and have been doing for the past couple of years. Anyway, y'all, toodles.